Hey there, Tim Bauer here from LiveVideoGuitarLessons.com with the practice tip of the day. This one's for the beginning player, and today we're going to cover the D chord. The D is probably the second most common chord that you're going to run across, G being the first. And in the key of G, you get lots of D chords, so you're going to need this one. And this is the one of the ones that tends to cause people trouble. So anyway, let's jump right in. D chord looks like this. You play it on strings 4, 3, 2, 1 because your fourth string is an open D, and that's your root note. The one that gives everybody trouble usually is the first string. And what happens, when you go to place that, your third finger will, I don't know if you can see that, your third finger will lean, I'm trying to get this where you can see it, will lean over too much and accidentally mute that first string. So obviously the way you fix it is bend that knuckle a little bit harder and play the third finger right on the tip of your finger. Don't put it in there at an angle. Get it in there where your fingers are all nice and straight, because your fingers are thinner front to back than they are side to side. So you can kind of put it in there that way. Okay. That failing, there are a couple of tricks you can do to kind of work that out. We're going to cover those right now. All right, so forget about that finger, because that one's not going to be the problem, because that one's behind everything. All right, and we're going to forget about that one. We're just going to work on getting that problem finger in there correctly. All right, so don't worry about fingers 1 and 2, and put your third finger in the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, because that's going to be the trouble one. And try to put that in there where you can hear that note, and work it where you can also hear the open first string. Make sure it's not doing that, all right, because I'm muting the first string. And when you get that proper angle on there, you'll notice that this is just general for most of your chords. Your first knuckle, the one with your fingernail on it, needs to be going straight into the guitar neck. As much as possible. I mean, it's not always perfectly straight. You don't have to break out your your protractor or anything, but pretty much straight in. So anyway, so kind of work that and get where you can hear both strings open. And when you can do that, or not both strings open, I'm sorry, the D note here and your first string open, and then when you have that, carefully work your 2nd finger onto the 1st string without changing the angle of your 3rd finger. When you have that, carefully work your 1st finger down to the proper place without messing up the angle of your other 2 fingers. And then you have that. And then once you have them all down, just check them all to make sure they're clear. So anyway, hopefully that helps. You might have to go through that process many times, but after you've done it, probably, I don't know, after you've done it 10 times, it'll take a lot less time than when you first start. And after you've done it 20 times, it'll take a lot less time after you've done it 30 times. So anyway, so as you do it more and more, it becomes more natural to just put it down where it goes. So anyway, all right, so thanks for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow for another practice tip, and I will see you then. Thanks. Bye.